Psalm 37 explained. Trust in the Lord and do good. Full story and reflection. Section 1 Introduction. The struggle of seeing the wicked prosper. Psalm 37 opens with a timeless challenge. Why do the wicked prosper while the righteous suffer? This question is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. Many of us look around and feel frustration or even envy when we see people succeeding through deceit, cruelty, or selfishness. The psalm doesn't dismiss these feelings, it acknowledges the human struggle of injustice. Here, the psalmist David invites us to step back and trust in God's timing. He reminds us that worldly success is temporary and that God's justice is perfect and eternal. The key phrase, "trust in the Lord and do good," is a call to action. Instead of chasing revenge or comparing ourselves to others, we focus on living righteously. In our lives, this may mean maintaining integrity at work even if shortcuts seem tempting, helping others when it doesn't immediately benefit us, or being patient with God's plan in relationships and finances. Trust is not passive. It is active obedience grounded in faith. The promise of inheritance, restoring the righteous. David encourages us with a beautiful promise. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will act. This isn't about instant rewards, but the long-term inheritance God has for those who faithfully do good. The inheritance can take many forms: peace in the heart, guidance in decisions, or blessings that align with God's plan. It's crucial to note that the psalm contrasts the fleeting fortune of the wicked with the enduring reward for those who remain faithful. For instance, in your career, you may see unethical people advancing faster. Psalm 37 reassures us that their success is temporary and often hollow, while God's blessings are deep, lasting, and spiritually enriching. The call here is to hold fast to faith even when it feels unseen. Let go of anger, do not fret. One of the most practical pieces of wisdom in Psalm 37 is, do not fret because of evildoers or be envious of the wicked. Fretfulness or jealousy erodes peace and clouds judgment. Instead, David teaches us to release anger and trust God's justice. Anger is often rooted in impatience, wanting results on our timetable. By letting go, we redirect our energy toward doing good, serving others, and cultivating patience. This transforms frustration into faith. If you've ever struggled with envy or anger towards someone's success, take a moment now to reflect. Ask God to help you release bitterness and refocus on your own path of goodness and trust. Delight yourself in the Lord. David writes, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." This verse is often misunderstood as a guarantee that God will give everything we want. In reality, it teaches alignment. When we find joy in God and His will, our desires transform to match His plan. Delighting in the Lord can take daily forms: reading Scripture, praying intentionally, helping others, practicing gratitude, or meditating on God's faithfulness. These small habits cultivate a deep satisfaction that worldly achievements cannot replace. This is a turning point. Our focus shifts from external circumstances to internal alignment with God. When we delight in God, the stress of competition, jealousy, and comparison loses its power. Commit your way to the Lord is more than a phrase. It's a lifestyle. To commit is to fully entrust our decisions, actions, and even dreams to God's guidance. This includes surrendering control and believing that God is orchestrating your life for ultimate good. For example, committing your career path to God may involve seeking His wisdom in decisions, using your skills ethically and trusting Him to open doors rather than forcing outcomes. Similarly, committing relationships to God includes patience, forgiveness, and cultivating love without manipulation. Take a moment to write down one area of your life where you've been trying to control outcomes. Pray and commit that to God today, trusting Him to guide and bless your efforts. Patience brings reward. Psalm 37 emphasizes the principle of patience repeatedly. Wait for the Lord and keep his way, and he will exalt you. Patience is not inactivity. It's steadfast trust while actively living righteously. Modern life tempts us with instant gratification, quick promotions, viral fame, immediate results. Yet God's timing is perfect. Patience allows our efforts to mature, relationships to deepen, and character to be refined. Those who persist faithfully will see God's justice prevail in ways that are often surprising and beyond our expectations. The wicked will fade. David repeatedly contrasts the fate of the wicked with the righteous. The wicked shall be cut off, but those who wait on the Lord shall inherit the land. This serves as reassurance that evil may flourish briefly, but it ultimately collapses. In practical terms, this could mean that people who cheat, exploit, or hurt others may enjoy temporary advantages, but their legacy is unstable. God's righteousness, however, endures. By continuing to do good, we align ourselves with a legacy of integrity, peace, and honor. Reflect on one area where you felt unfairly treated. Instead of resentment, recommit to doing good and trust that God's justice is at work behind the scenes. Generosity and humility. Psalm 37 also teaches that living rightly includes generosity and humility. David encourages not to compete aggressively or accumulate selfish gain, but to focus on helping others and living humbly. Generosity can be financial, but it also includes time, energy, encouragement, and mentorship. Humility protects us from pride and jealousy, keeping our hearts aligned with God's purposes. The psalm shows that humility and generosity bring peace and stability, true inheritance in life. God upholds the righteous. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. This is a profound reassurance. God actively directs the lives of those who trust him. The righteous are not left to stumble aimlessly. Every step, challenge, and opportunity is guided by God's wisdom. For daily life, this means trusting his guidance in big decisions, career changes, moving, relationships, as well as in small, everyday choices. God's presence is constant, even when we feel uncertainty or fear. Conclusion: live faithfully and rejoice. Psalm 37 closes with a vision of joy and security for those who trust in the Lord. The overarching message is simple yet profound. Trust God, do good, and wait patiently. By committing your way to him, delighting in his presence, practicing patience, humility, and generosity, you participate in a life that aligns with God's eternal purpose. The rewards may not always be immediate, but they are real, lasting, and deeply fulfilling. As we end, remember, the path of the righteous may not be the fastest or easiest, but it is blessed and guided by the Creator who knows and loves you completely.